Hey YouTubers, it's Tony with Mayberry Mini Trucks. Today we have a vehicle that we imported. This is a Daihatsu four-wheel drive mini truck. The vehicle is stock number D0692, and it is a four-wheel drive, four-speed with high and low. It has 18,386 miles, and it is $7,200. So let's go ahead and start our review of the truck. So starting up here, it looks good. Little dirt there, but it looks straight. The antenna is in good shape. Sometimes those are broken. This does have a scratch here. You see the paint got scratched, but it's not indented. And the door, albeit it is dirty, but it looks very straight. Nice looking tires too. Very straight door. This has one shopping cart ding from the inside out. Actually, I take it back. There's a very, very slight one here. You may not be able to see it. And I think maybe one there, but almost doesn't count, but I can see it. And all the rain we just got, everything has had water hitting it and bouncing back up. And there's a shot underneath the vehicle. It's really good. Okay. Here is the back tire. Looks good. Here is the tailgate. Looks really good. Nice and straight. Couple of Japanese bumper stickers. And the bed also looks good. Very clean, straight. Just a couple scratches. Other than that, it doesn't have a single dent in the bed, which is really unusual. And the paint is in really good shape too. Now, coming along the passenger side, it's also in remarkable condition. Battery cover, half the time those are missing. You can see they carried stuff up here because the paint is rubbed off there. So they probably put, lumber kind of like coming from here and then going up and resting on top of that, which explains why the paint is worn off on what I call the headache rack. You can see they put something up against it and probably lashed it. And that's what that is for. It's to protect the rear window so something doesn't come up and break it. But it's also ideal for putting something leaning up there or tying something up against the back of the truck. This door looks fabulous. No dents or dings. Very, very straight. Very, very good looking door. Windshield looks good, as does the front of the vehicle. The whole front of the vehicle looks really nice. The seat kind of torn up. So the seat does have kind of a lot of tears on the seat cushion itself. Passenger seat, same thing. Not quite as bad, but still. The door panel looks excellent. Got a little separation there, like it started to come undone there. But that can be re-glued if you wanted to. You could get some sort of adhesive and kind of curl that back under. It's not really torn. It's just come unsecured there. All right. The mileage is 29,599 miles, or kilometers, which is 18,386 miles. To get your miles, you multiply your kilometers by 0.621. All right, we'll take this for a drive. But I see that I'm in four-wheel drive. That's what that green light indicates. So I push this, and now that's no longer illuminated. That means the four-wheel drive is off. And anytime you go on the road, you want to make sure you turn that four-wheel drive off. So it's just not good for it to drive on the road in four-wheel drive. This vehicle has been serviced. We use full synthetic 5W30 engine oil. We change the air filter, the fuel filter. We test drive it. If it doesn't idle properly, we fix it. And if the heat doesn't work, we fix that too. And we also make sure the four-wheel drive is working. If the four-wheel drive doesn't work, then we fix that. I have a serviceman who's very good, and he knows how to fix anything on the truck. And we service what we sell. So if you have a problem down the road, we'll back it up. And but they're very reliable vehicles, so you generally don't have many problems with them. But we do service what we sell, but only what we sell. I get calls from people who bought one from somebody else who thought they wanted to get in the business, and then we have to tell them, hey, we can't really help you with that. And it's just the way that has to be. I'm going to let this guy go around. Okay, now I'm going to make a U-ey, and you get to see how tight a turn these make. It is uncanny. That's one of the neat things I like about a mini truck is they turn such a tight U-turn. This truck runs great. It's so low miles, that's the reason. It's just extremely low miles. That's what we specialize in. That's kind of what we're known for. Not just having more mini trucks than anybody else in stock, but also super nice mini trucks. I take a great deal of pride in being very selective in our purchasing. That kind of mileage right there is unheard of. But it's very important. And some people say, well, is that a rollover vehicle? Well, let me tell you how we know it's not a rollover vehicle. I'd have the same concern if I was shopping for a mini truck. So there's three ways that we, probably four ways. I guess you could say four ways that we know it's not a rollover vehicle. It's hot. That's not one of the four ways. So how do we know these are legitimate miles on the odometer? Number one, and this is the most, I think, convincing way, is that when an owner goes to the auction to sell their vehicle, they have to provide proof by showing the last 3 years of registration receipts. And those registration receipts will have the mileage on it. And that mileage has to be ascending, and it has to agree with the current reading on the odometer. If it doesn't meet those criteria, it gets what I call the kiss of death. At least that's what it is for me. I won't touch it if it has that special, delineator showing that it's not been authenticated at the auction. The other way is just looking at the odometer. The odometer says 29.6, so that's a good sign. The other thing is that we see it when it gets here. And for 18,000 miles, this better be in really good condition. And, it can't be, in rough shape. So I know when I see this truck, even though it's got tears in the seats, that just means, it's probably, maybe it was in the sun. They may have left it, the sun hitting the seat, but that doesn't mean that it's 129,600 miles or kilometers. If it was 129, the thing would be a wreck. It would be a mess and loose and rattly and shaky. But this truck was in really good shape, and that's why. So you've got the auction, you've got verifying it, the odometer, you've got um, getting in the vehicle and driving it, and also some odometers also have 5 digits. This or 6 digits. This is a 5 digit odometer, so we don't get the benefit on this one, but it's 29600. Sometimes you have a 29600, so that's another way you can kind of tell on certain mini trucks. But the auction, they're very dogmatic about if you don't have the last 3 years of registration receipts, then they highlight it and say not verified mileage. And I think, that's an immediate deal breaker. But thanks for watching our video about this Daihatsu. It's a nice truck. It runs very well, has lots of power because it has good compression, because it doesn't have a lot of miles. And if you're interested in it, you can call us at 336-777-9957. You can also email us at sales@mayberryminitrucks.com, or you can check out our website at mayberryminitrucks.com. Thanks for watching our video.